In 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation was written into law. But it wasn't until 1865, when the Federal Army arrived, that the enslaved in the last of the Confederate States realized that they were free. Could you imagine your emancipation being written but not practiced? Or both of your feet standing in the land of the free, knowing that those words mean something to someone, but nothing to me. I could imagine the frustration coupled with the elation as the information spilled out of the mouth of the general on June 19th. It must have felt like the Chauvin trial. Excited that they finally decided to do the right thing, but wondering why it was ever a debate in the first place. Knowing that knees and nooses never should have been placed on our necks, and our humanity should never be considered next to nothing, and the next generation of our children should not still be waiting for a fraction of their equality. Next time you celebrate this holiday, make sure they don't tell you 3/5 of the story. That they don't turn 250 years of celebratory anticipation into a 90-minute lunch presentation. And a nation still benefiting on the incarceration of black bodies, talk about the loophole. Talk about the holes in our logic. Let's tell the whole story. If we're going to talk about it, talk about our priorities. How our institutions use the Constitution as a model for strategic plans. Claiming anti-racist, hiding behind equity statements, comfortable and complacent, knowing that anything that would cause me discomfort or risk is actually the 13th priority on the list. Somebody missed it. Go back and check your amendments. Realize that our freedom wasn't considered in single digits, but we've known our value. Long before we were traded as commodities, we've known our worth. Before disproportionate salaries, we've known our strength. Before it was tested by brutality, we hold the dreams of equality and demand their reality. We talk about freedom. Talk about a challenge. Let's tell our whole story. If we're going to talk about it, talk about our resilience. How we passed the baton on a parkour course while the rest of the world ran relays on flat land, and somehow we still managed to keep pace. Talk about our joy. How in the face of foul treatment, our ancestors sang hymns with their hands held high and heads doing the same, yelling that they weren't going to let anybody turn them around, knowing that they were made in the image of the Creator before the pen of the Constitution caught wind. Talk about our beauty. How our hair curls up towards the sun like petals on flowers or limbs on trees, knowing that heaven has always been our home, even when we've been forced to walk through hell. So save your 90-minute lunch presentation. Save your institutional statements. Our existence is all of the celebration that we will ever need. And Juneteenth is not just a celebration of our past, but a proclamation of our future and a declaration that we will never again wait to be told that we are free.